Good morning, everyone. How are you all this morning? Lovely to see you. Hi, Roz. Hi, Holly. Hi, Suzanne. Awesome. I think only two of my channels are working. There is only two that are working this morning. So my business page isn't. Well, there you go. Never mind. It's all good. I can probably transfer it over to there. So, Mum went home yesterday after her 10 days with us. She didn't come on a couple of times because she had a couple of days where her legs were really bad and sort of getting in here and sitting on a chair and then all that, it was just a bit too much. So she decided that she wouldn't come in every day, but she did come in a couple. And no doubt when she stays next time, she will come in again. So that's not a problem at all. But she has to do what's right for her. So, but she did miss you all. Okay, so what have I got here? I've got a little message saying that I can't do this and I can't do that. So, all right. So where are we? We're the 23rd of February 2026. And so 23rd of it, we've got 5 days left of the new joining offer, which is a fabulous offer. So let me see. I'll just pop up, just up on that side. I've just popped a join with me or join my team QR code, just in case anybody is sort of waiting till the last minute before they join. So bearing in mind it's $169, you get $235 worth of product that you choose for yourself. You can use anything out of our the new online exclusives. You can choose anything from our last chance list, which means you get more for your money. And you will also receive the Stampin' Positioner absolutely free, and that's 80 something or other dollars. I think it was about $86 worth, and you get that absolutely free. Okay, also you've only got 5 days left to use up the coupons that you earned last month. So excuse me, let me see, we've got more people hopping on. Yeah, she there's only one day when she just felt unwell, but the rest of the time she does have a lot of trouble, Ros, with her legs. And this is what I said to her: when she's at home, she's used to her house. She can move around it a lot easier. Their house is more open than this one. So, hi Marlene, how are you this morning? Hi Leslie, lovely to see you. Yeah, so there we go. So coupons, 5 days left. Joining offer, 5 days left. So yeah. Oh, and also our paper, our product of the month, which is right. I should really show you that when I'm down on the screen, shouldn't I? Off the screen, I mean. Gorgeous paper, and it's really pretty too. So, all right. So today, luckily, I made a card last night. I I must have been some sort of forethought, ESP, whatever you want to call it. My intuition telling me make a card, you're going to need it, because I didn't actually wake up until 8:30 this morning. So, yeah, it's been a little bit of a rush, but it just means I'm going to be cutting out whilst I'm online, which I don't usually like to do. Let me go down to oops, where is it? There it is. I usually do all this first. So we'll just pop down to the desk. You can see I've got a bit of a mess, and I'll just bring it all up a bit closer. Oops. It's funny. I have this thing, and I always set it at 111. There we go, 111. That's just my Molly. If you're going to do that, you can go out. She's licking her feet. All right, so this is the card I made last night. It's rather cute. I did the birds as though they were sitting on a line, and added some bits and pieces around it. So, oops, and I've used the brick wall background here. I don't know whether that's still current or not, but it's one that I have here, so I used it. And we've got our little birdies sitting up on the line, which I thought, it's very simple, but it's quite cute. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Oh, you've got welcome rain there, Leslie. It's amazing how long they can hold on, isn't it? Absolutely amazing. Sometimes my girl doesn't go out, and then I put her out first thing in the morning, and she'll just go out and lay on her bed, and I'm thinking, what? Surely you need to go. Like, everybody needs to go. Anyway, so that's the card that we're going to be doing this morning. Clearly, I had my wonky eyes on last night because it's a bit to the right. But yeah, I thought it was quite cute. So we'll have a go with that this morning. I have got my, I'm going to be using textured notes. Now, they're in our last chance, and I wrote down the price. Hang on 2 seconds. Okay, so they are down to $32.40, and they were $54. So if you like nesting dies, and I certainly won't be getting rid of those. If you like nesting dies, then now is the chance to grab them. So useful. I use mine so much, and I just have to excuse me a second. Sorry about that. All right. So, very simple card base. We're going to use, oh, thank you. It is rather cute, isn't it? I must admit, sometimes I surprise myself. Oh, really, Leslie? Sometimes they won't. Okay, so I'm just going to do my card, the 8 inches by 5 3/4, which is my usual size. And I'm going to fold that in half. Now, I hope you'll excuse me when I do my cutting this morning. Now, I used, I wonder if I can put that bit through again. I probably can. Let me, what have we got? 3 3/4. I'm going to put this through again on this is the sort of handmade paper that you call her a precious princess. I do have a tiny bit left from where I did this last night, but I'll see if I can pop that through again. It's another one of those lovely deep embossing folders, and I really do like it. What I might try and do is sit that bit off the edge. Just trying to see which way. I might sit that little bit off the edge and just pop it through so that I get that whole piece again. I'm going to take out the number 2 plate, haven't I? Now she's slipped. We'll just see how we go. If it looks too bad, I'll just cut another piece. Oh, I don't think that looks too bad at all. You can't even notice. So that is my second layer. I've just got to... Oh, what did I cut it at? I bet I've cut it a little bit too short. What should it be? 5.5. And it's 5 1/4. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll just take a 1/4 inch off. See, it wouldn't have worried anyway, because I want it to have the same border all the way around. So we've got that. And that's not... I forgot my husband took out my sanding block. There we go. We can always make it work. We really can. Okay, so that's what I've got. And then I've got my stylish shape, not stylish shapes at all, my textured notes little thing to go on there. So now what we're going to do is cut out some little birds. Let's bring the mini over so that we're not... Right, what have we got here? We've got plate number 1. Then we want 1, 2, and 2. Is that right? Is that all I need? Just those 3? Probably. What's this one for? Oh, that's for the embossing folder. There we go. Okie doke. I don't, as you know, see, I don't use this a lot. But it is rather cute, isn't it? Okay, so I did use this little, this is Nature's Symphony Sympathy. Hi, Kim. How are you? Lovely to see you. I did use this little one here, so I'll cut a couple of those out. And out of here, I did cut lots of bits, but we should get there. So I'm going to cut these out in white and colour them in. Let's see if I've got it. Oh, that's not a very good piece of white. At least with these, because they're all so tiny, you can use some of your little thin strips up. Now is that? Nope, that's that other white. That's that whisper. I'm going to get all that whisper white out of here because it confuses me every time. Let me find another piece. All right, so like I said, because they're so tiny, we don't need. So I'm just going to cut 2 lots of the birds and then I colour them. But what I want to do is try and do all the... When I did this last night, why do you not want to work? Oh, there we go. When I did this last night, I actually did the birds the other way and coloured them. So we've got 1, 2. They're so tiny. So tiny. So with the one that I made the other day, the card that I cased from Iced Images, tomorrow I'll try and show you what hubby and I came up with. I didn't have time this morning to cut all the pieces, so oops. It's funny, I wanted this mini for so long. Now that I have it, I don't use it enough. And there's another little bird. So sweet. Okay, now while I'm in there, I'm going to cut my little bits of greenery. Oops. Fumble fingers this morning. These would be so easy to lose, which is a worry. I have a habit of doing that sort of thing. Okay, so we've got several little birds there. There's 6 there, but we're only going to use 5. All right, and actually I'm thinking, oh no, I don't know, I'll think about that afterwards. Not necessary right now, so I'll pop that back in there, and then I'll cut these pieces of greenery. Which was this piece here. Another tiny one, but a bigger leaf would have looked really silly on there. So I thought, well, I'll just go with the smaller stuff. Now let me find, here we go, should get them all out of that piece. And I'm just going to cut 3 of these. Oops. So that's 1, and if my mum's watching, she's probably saying, hooray, why didn't you cut 2 at once? She may have gone out with my brother today. That was another thing, getting in and out of my car's a bit hard. Suzanne can vouch for that. Although we do have side steps now, but it doesn't really help Mum that much because she has no muscle in one of her legs. And of course, with age, the other one's gone weak, so she was a little bit worried getting in and out of the car as well. All right, 1 more of those. And I think that might be all we need. Unless I decide to cut. Oh, actually, no, it's not all we need at all. So I cut some butterflies and I cut some, let's have a little look. There's the butterflies and there's the flowers. So, let me see. This was just to use as a bit of decoration around. So we'll do one of the butterflies in pink. One of these is so tiny, I don't know that I even used them. Weeny little things. And then you've got the bigger ones. And then I did one of those in Well, this piece is sitting there, so that's not going to go through there, Lorraine. Let me find. I did another lot with pink, with purple. There we go. That's the piece I used. Whoops. And this is what I should have had done before I came on this morning. So that one. Now I'm going to put the flowers in here as well. As you can see, I'm not being very over the top with placement, etc., because I need to get it done. Oh, that's good. That's all come out. And those negatives from the flowers, I sat here last night and I was thinking it's such a waste not to use them. And I'm just going to do so. I think this is actually, I want to say it's yellow, but I've got a feeling that it is yellow, but it's Darling Duckling. Right. Now let's hope that we've got everything right. And literally, once we've got all the pieces, it's just a question of popping it all together. So, and the fan's going, so it's likely to blow these all over the place. Just little tiny flowers, or stars, or whatever you want to call them. I've sort of used them as flowers on this. See those negatives though? They're rather cute, aren't they? And then I've got a couple of things to poke out of here, which is the little butterflies. And I've got some greenery to poke out of here. So we've got a little bundle of stuff. Let me put these away. I'm paranoid about losing these little pieces. Hi, Sue. How are you? I'll catch up in a second. I'll just go back through. Who have I missed? I missed Sue. Good morning. Oh, that's good, Kim, that you've got someone that can help you. That's fine, Sue. All right, I think I'm sort of caught up. Now, one other thing I needed was, and you don't often see me do this, but I'm going to use some linen thread. I'm not sure that I've got enough. Yeah, I must use it quite a bit because, no, there's not enough there. So I'm going to start a new one. Now, that could be fun, couldn't it? We all know how easy these are to open. Oh, I must have already done it. So I'm sort of I wanted it double because having it single wasn't, like, you could hardly see it. So I'll cut it like that. And I've got the fan blowing everything, but hey. I'm just going to pop that in there. And pop that in there. Got enough on the desk without adding more. Okay. Right, so where did that, oh, there it is. I was going to say, where did that go? So with this, I'm just sort of straightening it out. Sorry, I'm just straightening out that And I just want to pop it. It's going to go across the front of here, slightly down a bit. But we won't do that just at the moment. And I'm going to put a block on all that because otherwise it's all going to blow everywhere. So let's get the birds and grab some colours and quickly colour them. So you can't really do much in the way of what do you call it, shading, because there's not much shading to do. What other colours did I have? Yellow. And let's see how we go with these. So this one is Highland Heather. So all I'll do, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's use those 5. So all I'm going to do is just, and this is really sort of awkward, just do that there, a little bit on there, and then probably should have had my mat out. This one's still got a bit of his beak stuck in there, which we need. There it is. It's out. And then we can just go around. So it's not a big deal. So that's that one. And then we'll do a blue. This one is azure, balmy blue, sorry. So let's do a blue one. This is the dark. And we'll do the light. I'm thinking that this end is probably easier. I'm just leaving the beaks at the moment. So we've got that. And then we can do, this is peach pie. So I'll just do one of these in peach pie. Oh, silly girl. Change. Oh, well, he's got a bit of shading where I just put my finger over the, so we've got the peach pie, and then let's do, trying to pick another couple of colours. Let's do a pink and a green. So I'll do that one green. This is, what is it? Pretty in Pink. Really not hard to colour at all. And this is Lemon Lime Twist. He's still got his tail bits in as well. Let's take that out. There we go. So this is the dark bit. We'll just give him dark a bit of tail, dark a bit around his wing. And then we'll go in with the light. I like this sort of colouring. All right, so we've got different colour birds there. This one up. And then what I did for the legs, because they're so tiny, I just used a ball pen and just did their little legs. Two. What I love about this is you can do your birds any colours that you want. Artistic license. And then I'm just going to use the yellow and just do their little beaks. Now, when you stamp these, you don't have this, there's a hole in the beak when you do this. So I'll tell you what I did last night. I actually stamped the line of them and then used the individual dies to cut it out from the line, and believe me, it doesn't really work well, because you need it chops out what you've colored and what have you. So that's why I'm doing it this way this morning. Makes it a bit easier. Oh, sorry, just trying to get these off the table. I'm going to have to get hubby to make me another container for all my colorings. Oh, okay. Have fun with the grandies on video. Hang on. Let me... So I did actually show it the other day, but you weren't on. So, but I have shown them. But this is the beautiful card that I got from Sue. So you just open it. Isn't that gorgeous? Isn't that just beautiful? I love these colors. This was one of my favorite sets, and this one here. So absolutely gorgeous. So thank you so much. I received it the same day as I received Holly's, which was that one. So yeah, absolutely gorgeous. I can't remember which day. I think it was last Thursday or Friday. It wasn't Friday. So all right. So we've got all our little bits, and now we're going to start. I'm going to turn the fan off for this because otherwise I'm going to have pieces blowing everywhere. So let's take this. Now, like I said, I'm going to just double that up. And, twisting it's not a bad idea either, except I found last night that it came untwisted. Hang on. I'm not going to use yet. Last night I used that, but today I'm going to use tear and tape. The reason is I can put some over the top and leave it on so that it's not overly sticky. So I ended up with everything sticking to everything else last night. So all I'm going to do with this, I've put that on the wrong side. Can I get it off? That side's got a mark on it. Nope, I have to quickly cut another one because I can't get that off. And I definitely don't want it there. So it was that one. So I'll quickly pop that through. There we go, trying to find a piece wide enough. So you want to go out, Molly? Yeah, I know, it gets warm in here when I turn that off, doesn't it? All right, sorry about this. Just It was funny because I actually cut that piece last night, the piece that I've just, and I thought, oh, I can't use that because it's got a dirty mark on it. Then I realised that I could have used it because it was the back. And I thought this morning, don't forget which is the back and which is the front. Okay, so that's the back of this. So let's try that again. So I'm just going to pop some tear and tape here and here. Pull that off. And then I'm going to put, making sure I have enough. Yeah. I'm going to pop that across. I want it taut. That was all my plates. I want it taut, but not too tight. So I think that's fine. And I can always fix it later if necessary. So what I'm going to do now is, so that I'm not fiddling around and trying to stick that down with the sticky side of that tear and tape, I'm just going to pop that over the top so that it's not sticky on the back. So there is our line for our little birds. Now I did think about popping some of these up, but in the end I didn't. So I'm going to have those, one of those, the tall one, and another one of those. And what I did was, I bent leg there, love. I just popped their little legs just so that they were under. So that gave us that. Now this is where I had, I still haven't found my silicone mat. And the silly thing is, I've got about 3 of them. All right, let's just do it this way. Tweezers, where's my tweezers? There they are. All right, so I'm just going to pop the tiniest bit of glue, and that's a great big blob, onto the birds. Use that and scrape some of that off. And just pop them down, just those little spindly legs right onto the. Should be able to use what's on there. Looks pretty good. Another one like so. Let's do the tall one. Goodness, that is really coming out of there this morning. And we'll pop him in the middle. And then another little one. So it's funny because I haven't done the cats yet. And when I first got this, I thought, oh, the first thing you're going to do, Lorraine, is the cats for sure. And I haven't done the cats yet. Anyone else worked with this one? And just that one there. So quite cute. Then what I did was I grabbed this, which is, I had this one sitting here and I thought I'd use it. But then when I looked at it, the birds against the leaves, it was just way wrong. So I decided I'd cut something different. So I cut these, and I did put it in a bit of an order just to get it on there. So I'm still going to use this little bit of glue that I've got sitting here and then wipe that through it. Why not, Lorraine? And then all I did was I just, hang on, let me get that one out so I can see. Sort of just started and I popped. It doesn't matter actually if these drop below a little bit, but I popped one there. Probably it should have done it on a bit more of an angle, and I popped one in the middle. Very symmetrical, I have to say. Look at all this glue. I'll clear it all up in a minute. And I must remember to find my... And then I popped this one around about the middle. And that one could turn up a little bit too, like so. And then this one on this end. I don't know now whether the glue's on my fingers. Hi, Lynn. How are you? Actually, that one's a bit... So that one. And the good thing about these, they are a bit bendy. This one here needs to move. It needs to move along. Let's move it along a little bit. Like so. And all I've done is made sure that I've got the tip of it underneath the, what I call the wire. Okay. Get rid of all that little bits of glue that I've got there before I put my arm in it. Okay. So that is that. Now, I'll put the other little bits on afterwards. So what I did with this was I actually put it up on dimensionals. And I used heaps of dimensionals. That will double stick that. That's just the top. Don't want it going saggy baggy in the middle. Like so. Oh, stay down there. What is wrong with you? Come on. Thank you. Don't think it liked being on the tearing tape. That one was fine. All right, so I've got my wall here. It's funny, isn't it? You wouldn't think that there was a way up and a way. And I think that's around about... It's around about central. That will do. So that's now on there. And I just put this straight down. A little bit of extra glue on there because of the fact. And we'll turn that over to make sure that we've got this opening in the right place. And I'm just going to pop that on there like that. Okay, now we've got these tiny little butterflies, so I'll just put a couple of them goodness me. I must find those silicone mats. Couple of wee little butterflies, and I just popped them. Let's do a little purple one the other end. And then another one there. And then these little florally bits, if that's what we can call them, I just popped a couple just around on these greenery bits. And if they're meant to be stars, then they're fallen stars. That's all I can say. Because they're weird shape, really. Whoops. Like I said, the tiniest spot of glue on those. Put one there. And then I've got a couple of the bigger ones. And it doesn't need too many. So I'll pop that one down there. And then there's some little wee ones. And I mean tiny. Look at them. Tiny, tiny. Pop another one of those. Oops. Another one of those there. Here's a wee tiny one again. This is fine if you like doing fiddly stuff. Do I need another one of those? Like watching paint dry, isn't it? And then go on, stick down. Don't stick to my finger. That, and then because there's 6 there, I do have to put one other one. So let's just do one more tiny one. Random. Oh my goodness. Pop. Let's pop him in there. I think actually with some of them last night I used glue dots. I think that was with the butterflies. All right, so now we have that. Oh, that'd be awesome, Lynn. That'd be great. Okay, so that's what I've got so far. I put a little bit of Wink on the birds. Just to give them that little bit of a shine. And a little bit on the flowers, stars, you know what I mean. Let's not miss out the butterflies. Let's give them a bit as well. There we go. That gives it all a little bit of sparkle. So that's what we've got. Now, I did use these. I love these sparkly dots. And I think because I've used that in there, I think I'm going to pop these on here. I am going to pop a center in it. Yeah, because I can always go down to Suzanne's, which would make it a lot easier. All right, so I just wanted to put one of those there. And I wanted a slightly smaller one. Don't take it out the middle, Ray. Just take it from the end. These are really hard to get off, I have to say. And then that one there. And then I just popped another one. Seriously, it doesn't want to come. They're really sticky, which is probably a good thing. Then I just popped that one there. Now I'm just going to pop a center in there. So let me move all that out of the way. And take this. Actually, you've probably got a piece here. Just making sure on that white. And I want that to be 5.5 by 3 3/4. Let's do the 3 3/4. And then the 5.5. And you know, I thought last night of doing something else with this as well, and I totally forgot about it this morning. And maybe, see, these are really cute, and I honestly don't want to. No, I'll use them on something though. Quickly just colour him in. Let's do him in, what's this one? Light shaded spruce. We'll just give him a quick colour. Makes him different to the ones on the front. A little bit of yellow. Just doing a little bit of black on the legs, just so that we have a little bird that we can pop onto the inside. Pop him there. And a little butterfly. Let's do 2 butterflies because that's what I've got. That brings a bit of the outside to the inside. Yes, I know. That's twice I've used it now. 3 times I think I've used it now, and I haven't got it everywhere. So I'm quite happy. So what I'm going to use, I didn't put an insert in this one, but I'm just going to use this because I think with little birds, this one says "So glad we're friends." And I think I'll just do it in, oops, I'll find where that one goes. I think I'll just do it in the grey. And I haven't done this one before, so yep, that'll work. She says after she's already decorated the... You'd think I'd learn, wouldn't you? But that's all right. So glad we're friends. And I'm just going to pop this to the inside. Like so. And there is my card for today. And I'm finished on time. Well, how about that? All right, so there we go. Our little cutest crew. This is using the little birds, the individual birds. A little bit of wink on there. I think you can see it. And then inside we've just got Glad We're Friends. And I think that's quite a sweet little card. I have two of them. I just got to do the insert for this one. Just obviously change the colours around. But this is such a cute set. Thanks, Suzanne. Thank you for that. You love it, Holly. Rather cute, aren't they? So I was actually, yeah, like I said, I thought I would be doing the cats. What I did on this one too was just in the center here, there's a hole where the eye goes, and I just popped a little dot in for their eyes. Just gives them that little bit more. We can't have blind birds, can we? So there we are. That's okay. Thank you so much, everyone. You do like that set? Yeah, I do too. Let me come back up to the top. I'm sitting here hot now because I forgot I turned the fan off. But yeah, these little tiny pieces, they would have blown everywhere. So I have a few of these. They're the little bits that the flowers come out of. And they're quite cute. I'm going to see if I can find a way to use those. And what I did think there is the paw print in the dies, the long paw print, and I was thinking about putting it around, but you know what? I actually like it without because of the colors. You're very welcome, Lynn. Alrighty, well, that's me for this morning, and I will see you all again tomorrow morning. Hopefully I'll do that card, or I might even just show you what we were going to do if I do another card, because I do have a couple of cards in mind for this week. So that's good. That's good. I will see you all tomorrow morning at 9:30. So take care, look after you, and I'll see you then. Bye.